After back-to-back weekends of races and all three series that we talk about, it's nice to finally have a week where I can just sit and focus on NASCAR. And by focus, I mean phone it in. And yes, we got a new couch. Isn't it lovely? The FireKeepers Casino 400 at Michigan, NASCAR's fastest track because they haven't fucked it up with the restrictor plate. Yet. Chase Briscoe leads the field of green for the third race in a row. Spoiler alert, he did fuck all with it, and we get caught up in a crash later. Let's check in on the Chase Briscoe depression meter. And for those of you who are new, this ranges from what the fuck are we doing to I'm going to jump off a bridge. This week, we're sitting at a solid live, laugh, toaster bath. On lap 60, John Hunter Nemechek spins coming out of turn 2, and right below him, Noah Gragson spins out of solidarity. These two are the first two horsemen in NASCAR's holy fuck, the future is doomed apocalypse. On lap 67, Alex Bowman's bad luck continues. Cole Custer is in a four-wide battle and taps Austin Cindric, getting Cole loose and up into Bowman. Alex plows head first into the wall in a pretty scary accident. This is also when Daniel Suarez and Chase Briscoe decide to go sliding down the backstretch because, of course they did. Alex's crash brings out the red flag. And this wreck was just stupid. Cole is in the middle of a four-wide battle and is obviously not clear of Cindric on the inside. There is no point in him coming down the racetrack there. But Cole Custer has the driving awareness of three drunk geese in a trench coat pretending to be a person to break into a bread factory. For his crime against Hendrick Motorsports, Cole Custer was sentenced to continue driving for Haas. R.I.P. Cole, and shout out to Haas for being terrible in every series. On lap 72, John Hunter Nemechek spins. Again. One more time and he will win an all-expense-paid trip to hell, otherwise known as Texas Motor Speedway. On lap whatever, I can't keep track, Ryan Blaney continues to prove that you don't have to be consistent to make the playoffs by getting into the wall and spinning down the track. Thank God we've got a gimmicked point system so drivers like Ryan Blaney can compete for championships after being absolute dog shit for a third of the year. You want to know why I hate NASCAR sometimes? This is why I hate NASCAR sometimes. On lap whatever plus some more, Todd Gilliland spins on the backstretch and trashes his car. And I can pretty confidently say that nobody gave a fuck. Why? Because it was Ted Goodman. Yes, I called him the wrong name. That's the joke. Thanks for paying attention. Oh. Don't tell. Test. Okay. I had to rebuild my microphone tonight. And Audacity's being weird. I'm just going to trust the process. It's 11 o'clock Saturday night before Mexico tomorrow. And I waited all fucking week to do this. So I'm going to do it anyway. And if the audio's bad, I'll just jump off a bridge then. Okay? Cool. With 19 laps to go, Carson Hocevar, the ghost of Dale Sr. present, is leading. But because this is NASCAR and we can't have anything nice, his tire goes down. The beatings will continue until morale improves. So the incarnation of chaotic evil himself, Denny Hamlin, finally passes William Byron with 4 to go and goes on to win the race. And he would resurrect the "I beat your favorite driver" line in the post-race interview. And look, is Denny Hamlin a smug-looking asshole? Yes. Does he grind my gears? Yes. Does NASCAR need personalities like Denny Hamlin and Carson Hocevar to save it from its self-imposed personality deficit? Also yes. Well, since we only had the one race this week, I want to rant about paint schemes, because this is really starting to piss me off. Yes, I've mentioned this before, repeatedly, but like my kids, I will continue to repeat myself until someone fucking listens. And also yes, I know they are wraps now and not paint, but every time I say livery in reference to NASCAR, I feel like I'm trying to use the metric system. I'd rather die than use commie yard. You know what the glory days of NASCAR had, besides good racing, drivers with personalities, and executives not actively working to destroy the sport? They had brand recognition. Don't believe me? Here's a couple examples. Dale Sr., the man in black, the black GM Goodwrench, number 3. Dale Jr. in his DEI days, the red 8 Bud. Jeff Gordon in the 24 DuPont Rainbow Warriors. Tony Stewart in the Home Depot 20. Darrell Waltrip in the Tide Car. The King in STP Petty Blue. Need I go on? But now I don't think a single car has kept a consistent scheme all year long. Well, maybe Josh Berry and the Wood brothers, and I'm pretty sure that's just their own decision, and you know what? More power to them. So to take an example, let's look at Chase Elliott, NASCAR's perennial favorite driver and the current incarnation of racing royalty. And I had this whole long bit of listing out every single race in the scheme, but I can't fucking care right now. So in review, it's 17 races with 8 different schemes and 4 different primary sponsors. Please kill me. You want to know why no one gives a shit about NASCAR anymore? Because nobody can follow along. And look, I'm here making actual race review videos, but at the end of the day, I would still consider myself a pretty casual fan. Because I basically tune in for the race, and that's about it. And every single week, I have to spend most of stage 1 trying to figure out who is driving what car. You know what I just realized? Chase Briscoe may have a lifetime prescription for industrial-sized Zoloft tabs, but at least when I tune in and see the Bass Pro number 19 on pole, I know that A, it's Chase Briscoe, and B, that's the only time I'm going to see him up front. Even Alex Bowman, the Ringo Starr of Hendrick, has consistency with the Ally sponsorship. What's my recommendation? I'm so glad you asked. I would recommend a paint scheme rule that says your primary paint scheme is set at the beginning of the year, and that's about it. There will be exceptions for throwbacks, holidays, sponsored troubles. We're looking at you, Hooters, and stuff like that. But for 30 out of 36 races, fans should be able to identify you the first time they see your car, not like halfway through. Let's not play sponsor roulette anymore. Now that I proposed a solution that will 100% not be listened to because we got to chase the dollars, let's get to some awards. The This Is Why No One Likes You, You Big Dumb Dipshit award goes to John Hunter Nemechek for crashing twice. And look, new rule, you automatically win this award if you're involved in a crash twice. Once, okay, could have been a mistake, or you could have got caught up in someone else's crash, and that happens. But twice makes me think you're the problem. John Hunter Nemechek ruins races like Europe sparks wars, plunging the whole world into yet another ceaseless war and pushing us ever closer to the inevitable nuclear exchange, where we all die. Moving on, the holy shit that was actually a decent race award goes to the FireKeepers 400 at Michigan. I have criticized this car a lot and the snooze fest races it produces, but this race, it was good. You had battles up and down the field, no inexplicable bump in turn 4 to randomly yeet cars into the wall, and actual passes for the lead. Being a NASCAR fan, I'm unacquainted with good racing, so this was refreshing to see. More of this, please. The quit fucking around dickhead and actually win award goes to Chase Elliott and his team. Every week recently, Chase has had a decent run, but something happens on pit road to completely fuck up his race. What's even more annoying is, thanks to stage points, Chase is currently 5th in the points. Please, for the love of God, get your shit together. I cannot tune into the race to escape the existential dread of my life and the voices in my head, only to watch you completely fuck it all up. No, I don't need therapy. I need you to win, or I need a crippling drug addiction. Just win. Next week, we're back to a triple header. F1 is in Canada, IndyCar is at Worldwide Technologies Raceway, and NASCAR is invading Mexico. Oh yes, that's right, NASCAR goes to El Autodrome del Bullshit for the second road race of the year, and the first race outside the United States since, well, I couldn't be bothered to look it up. The invasion begins at the sound of the bald eagle screech. Also of note, because I'm a moron and waited to the last minute to record this, like the night before the Mexico race, Denny Hamlin will not be racing at Mexico because he and his wife welcome their new baby boy. All hail and tremble in fear of the second coming of a Hamlin, destroyer of dreams. So to review, the different paint schemes each week caused war in the Middle East. Denny Hamlin has an heir to his smug throne. I'm starting to root for Carson Hocevar. Alex Bowman is the forgettable Hendrick driver. Chase Elliott has driven me to the brink of insanity. And no hablo español porque soy un idiota americano. Gracias, and fuck Joey Logano. I can't believe I kind of did that Spanish okay. I think I did that Spanish okay. Probably didn't, but I don't care anymore. Fuck Joey Logano.